Hello, Will.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, everyone. Take 3. Right. How are you, love?
Take 2, actually.
Yeah.
Only 2, yeah. I don't know why do we... Are we just following convention, having this...
What, saying hello?
Well, this sort of friendly, jolly... Hello.
Well, it seems a bit fucking mean to not say hello.
Well, yes, it's not. It's just that, you know, we sort of adopt this...
Avuncular...
Well, avuncular, cheery...
Yeah.
As if we're not going to be sort of flinging verbal acid at each other... for the next hour or so.
We're not going to be doing
Well, not flinging acid, no.
Even verbal acid.
No,
We get on well, don't we?
Water.
Yeah.
We're verbally water pistoling each other a little, perhaps.
Yes, well. Don't get transfixed by the
Fascinating.
fucking screen again.
Oh, this happened last time, didn't it?
Yes.
And there's those red...
Yes, that's our waveforms.
The broad red bar.
Look.
And the...
that's the noise we're making. Look.
Good Lord, it's amazing, isn't it?
It is, well, yeah. Incredible.
Well, I mean, the electric telephone still seems pretty amazing to me.
Right.
But yes, I suppose your attitude to technology is quite similar to, that of almost everyone. I mean, how many people really understand... What proportion of people would you say understand every step of the process that's going into this?
Nothing. No one. Hardly anyone.
Few.
You certainly don't, because you keep fucking insisting that I can just upload videos very easily when I can't. No.
But you have. What are you talking about?
It takes a long time.
Yeah, but it's possible.
Yes, but you can't just upload audio to YouTube, as I keep telling you.
Why not? Well,
It's fucking YouTube.
But you have to.
It's not Spotify.
You only have to have a picture, don't
Which
you?
you have to then turn into a movie.
Yeah, but loads of people do that. There's like...
and so am I. Right, so it started happening. Good. Right, let's move on.
The In Our Time...
Right, what you got on your list?
The In Our Time...
What you got on your list?
The In Our Time podcast...
What have you got on your list?
Just has a single picture.
Yeah, but that's the fucking BBC.
Well, I don't think
This is just me,
I think
love. Well, who is it? Melvin Bragg does it, does he?
Well, I think someone does it. I think they just put them up there as soon as they've been broadcast.
Fucking ignorant.
Or, you know,
Right.
if you look up...
What have you got on your list?
Oh, well, funnily enough, on one of the items on my list is...
Yeah.
You can edit this bit out.
Can you find your list? Where's your list? Oh, fuck me.
Imodium. No.
Go on. What you got, Doug?
Oh, yes. Dave telling me to be funny.
What's wrong with that?
Rather like telling me to go and pull a girl in a club. Or telling me to go and make someone cry.
Oh.
Or to write a fairly good essay on British comedy in the 1960s.
No, you
Actually, I probably could
it's
do
not the
that
same
last
thing
one.
at all, Will. You are funny.
That's a cruel, Machiavellian... Not Machiavellian.
Whereas you're hopeless at pulling girls
who's
in a
that,
club.
who's that other... Oh, thank you. I'm glad I was talking over that. How do you know? How do I know?
I don't. I don't think I've ever seen you try and do that.
You have once.
Have I? When was that?
At that wedding.
Oh, yeah, that was lovely.
Yeah, lovely, with you standing there watching. Going, like watching a toddler take his first steps. I mean, yes, your affection wasn't in doubt.
No.
But it hardly...
I was so proud of you.
Exactly.
What's wrong with that?
Or it's a bit like...
What's wrong with that?
Or a bit like...
This is a comedy podcast.
Or a bit like... Well, yeah, but I don't just say to you, go on, be funny, do
Well,
I?
no, because I'm not as funny as you.
That's... No, it's not Machiavelli. Who do I mean? Trilby.
Trilby. Kim
Trilby.
Philby.
Trilby, the novel, you know, who was the Svengali.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what Svengali like.
Okay.
So that's what managers say to naive young pop stars entering the world of
What?
pop stardom, saying, you know, I'm going to make you a star because you've got it. You know, you're just telling me all that, and next thing I know, I'm David Cassidy, and it's 1978, and
Yeah.
he's wondering where did all the millions from all those posters and...
How did he get ripped off then?
And lunch... Well, it was all rather complicated.
I know Neil Sedaka did, didn't he? His mum took all his money.
Sadly common, isn't it? Who did... Well, the Beach Boys.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, and the little chap from Different Strokes.
Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman. In fact, that was used as a rather cruel joke shortly before his death, wasn't it, in Avenue Q?
It was, yeah.
My name's Gary Coleman, the guy from Different Strokes. I lost
a lot
of money
that got stolen by my folks.
It was rather That was just cruel, I thought.
No.
There was talk before he died, obviously, they were hoping, I think, that he might come and do the actual Gary Coleman,
right.
would
be
come
in the show.
Would come and do it.
Did he die of a stroke? What's your issue with me asking you to be funny?
Who was it who got my issue? Well, it's all a bit, I believe our best results come when
we're rambling on forever without a laff for 10 minutes.
When we're not discussing. Yes, no, this is getting a bit meta,
isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. No, I thought it's quite a good point about it's like being asked to make someone cry.
Is it? It's not.
Well,
you're naturally a funny person.
Do you think? Not necessarily.
People think you are.
No.
Otherwise, I won't be talking to you.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Sometimes I can seem wildly creepy and inappropriate.
You see?
And embarrassing.
Yeah. But you do that in a funny way.
And why is he trying to wriggle out of this?
Yeah.
When that look that was in his eye just now was definitely that of a psychopath. And now he's trying to look all warm and cuddly and move away and shrink into the corner and pretend he doesn't like to be touched.
But thanks for killing what I said, stone dead, as usual.
It's all right. This is an interesting facet of our relationship. Well, you're always accusing me of preventing you from being funny.
You are.
But I don't.
You do.
I
say something amusing, then you don't get it.
Or pretend not
to get it. Then I have to explain it, which makes it sound deeply unfunny.
Oh, no.
So you turn my spontaneous witticism into a sort of protracted anecdote that is boring and not funny.
But in its own way,
you do it all the time.
Funnier than anything you would have come out with. So.
Fuck off, you cunt. Move on.
No, I thought you might want to talk about my newly working mobile phone.
Yes. Finally, you've got a phone that I can actually ring you on, and you can hear me.
No, you can hear me. That was the problem.
Oh, that was the problem. Yeah. So explain your last phone and the issues you've had with it.
Well, the thing seems to be with smartphones, at any rate, they go out of date. And this one, let's see, I bought it. The old one, I bought it for 8 years ago. Yeah. And that was a replacement for one that I'd bought only about a year before. Right. Or a bit over, so it was nearly 10 years old. So it was a smartphone, but I think this is why I had such trouble updating it or transferring the... Because, there's that little thing in it, the SIM card.
SIM card, yeah.
Now, what's on the SIM card and what's on the...
Depends what you've saved.
In the phone itself.
Or saved to the phone
but it doesn't tell you, does it? It doesn't say, save to SIM card and save to phone, to the hard drive or whatever. It just seems to assume that you know all these things. Yeah. Shall I tell you what else? That on that phone, I was never able to get voice messages. There'll be about 9 years of voice messages. Just, I suppose they're on some servers somewhere in the net. Yeah, and everyone hates you because you never respond. There's probably a fair bit of work missed there. So what? So your voicemails didn't work. No one could hear you when you were speaking. That only became the case about 5 years ago. 5 or 6 years ago. Okay. 5 years ago, you've been working with a phone that no one can hear you speaking on. Well, I thought... What took you so long? Naively, I thought, it must be something I just need to, get into the settings and raise the caller volume or something. But that didn't work. No. It stopped. It stopped giving me photos. It would take photos, but then it wouldn't save them. Although, and this is the marvellous thing... Was your memory full? Oh, it was always saying things like that. But then it was full, wasn't it? You need to upload it to a computer. No, but I didn't have any... It let me delete photos to make room, but then it'd still say... No room. No, it's still too full. But I've just deleted 2 photos. So how were they able to fit on if... How can you still be full? Sorry, call me a dull old literalist. Right, but why did it take you 5 years to deal with it? Well, it's not a small investment, is it?
Are you not on a contract?
Yes.
There's no investment at all then, is there? You're just paying monthly, aren't you, a certain amount?
Well, yeah, but to get a new phone... Oh, no, it's not...
No, not after fucking 5 years.
No,
they renew it every 2 years.
No, when you say on a contract, God, I wish people would be clear and exact in their speech. If you on a contract...
Yeah.
I mean, that... But
you're paying like 30 quid a month. Well, you get the handset with it.
What? No, I was paying... What, the handset, the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was paying a contract in the sense that I was paying £10 or latterly £12 a month to, but that was separate from the
actual phone.
I bought the phone outright.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
And
no one does that. But yeah,
why not?
Because it's expensive and they run out after about 2 years.
Why? I mean, why is it? Why does no one do that? How is it more expensive? How is it less expensive?
Well,
why did no one tell me this?
You get a contract with which you get the phone.
Hang on. So I walk into the phone shop.
Yes.
Well, let's say it's O2.
Okay. I'll be the man in Car Phone Warehouse.
I thought they'd gone bust.
Oh yeah, O2 then. I'll be the man in O2.
O2.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello, sir. How can I help you today? Can I do a voice?
Well, you are doing a voice. I mean,
I'm doing my voice.
If you mean a silly voice. Or...
Come in again.
All right.
Hello, sir. How can I help you?
Hi. Basically, I need a phone, a new phone, a smartphone.
Right. Do you have a contract with us already, sir?
Well, yes, but I think I bought the phone outright.
All right.
And now I pay, I think, £12 a month for everything. And but what
when you say everything, sir, what do you mean? Are you on the cloud? Are you uploading to cloud?
Probably.
Right.
I mean, it links up with my computer and all sorts.
Yeah, they all do that, sir, nowadays.
Well, my old one didn't, even though I was paying for it.
I'm sorry.
The whole time, and a fat lot of help you lot were about it.
Well, I don't think I was working here then, sir.
No.
I was working down at Birds, the bakers. Birds.
Oh, right. I didn't think they did mobile phones.
No, I've just branched out into mobile phones.
Oh, all right, that's great. Yeah, so if I have a contract...
Yes, sir.
What do I pay for the phone?
Right, so there's a few options here, sir. So first of all, you could buy the phone outright, as you have done before.
How much would that be?
And that would be about £800.
Fuck off! I mean, I'm sorry.
For the latest phone.
This one was only 120, and it seems out of this world to me.
Right. Oh, well, maybe something a bit lower grade will do you, sir.
What do you pay £800 for?
Well, you get your latest iPhone or whatever.
You get what? It sorts out your life's problems.
No, but it's got like a really good camera on, a good storage.
This one's got a good camera on.
Right. Well, that's fine then. You'd like something like what you've got already.
What are you trying to get £800? Are you on commission?
Listen, sir. Sorry to cut you off, sir. But listen, that's only one of the options I was saying, is it not? I was about to move on.
And what's the other option? This one costs £20,000 and £500 a week for the rest of your life.
Sir, is that you take out what we would call the contract, in which case...
Yeah, I'm sorry, the way you're saying it, the word contract sounds as if it's the sort of one that is taken out on one.
No, sir, that's not my intention.
No.
So, the contract would mean, sir, that you get the phone as part of the package.
Right. What does that mean?
And then you're paying monthly a fee.
Much?
Well, it'd be roughly... Depends what you want. How much data do you use every month?
Oh, now this is another thing that bloody annoys me. Talking about how much data do you use? Oh, I've got lots of data on this.
Well, how much do you normally use, sir?
What sort of data? What do you mean?
Are you streaming a lot of films or videos?
Mainly YouTube.
Right. So that will use... If you're not hooked up to your Wi-Fi, sir...
No, I only want to use it when hooked up to Wi-Fi.
Okay, you won't be watching videos when you're not on your Wi-Fi.
Well, can I download them?
If you've got enough storage, sir. So this is another factor to take into consideration.
Why do you need storage if it's all in the cloud anyway?
It's not... Well...
Like those poor...
You said download them, sir.
Yeah, I'll download... Well, yeah, you download them, but they're actually... held on the...
A download means it goes to your phone, so it goes to your piece of hardware.
Yeah, but it's still up there somewhere, isn't it?
Well, it is.
Or in servers around the world.
But it's also saved to your phone, so it's eating up storage on your phone. Anyway,
well, how much storage?
And then you're talking about 25, 30 quid a month. But you get the handset for free. And then...
The handset?
The handset.
Or the handset,
Can you not mock my accent, please, sir? Otherwise, I will have to get a ram and my store manager to come and deal with you.
Oh, now it went ding-ding.
Right, put it down. I'm talking to you. We're in the middle of a role play. Right, sir. So you get the handset and you get your minutes and your data and all that stuff.
Hang on. Sorry, I just want to get this data. What? Because it seems to mean time spent on the internet.
Yeah, when you're not on Wi-Fi.
Right. Now, this is the thing. So why isn't it called, I don't know, internet usage time? IUT. Okay? IUT. We could all be talking about it. It's just one more...
I guess most people have got to grips with it, so whereas you seem to be struggling slightly.
Yeah, but hang on, you talk about data. Data, I understand as, yes, information, which could be information. It's all information in the forms of ones and zeros of binary code.
Now that I have explained it to you, sir, now that I have explained it to you, is it slightly clearer in your mind what it means?
You haven't explained it to me.
It's
the difference
time spent on the internet when you're not connected to your Wi-Fi.
But you also said it was storage.
No. That was a different concern, sir, storage.
But that's called data.
No.
Is it not? But it is data.
Well, it might be data, but it's not what we call data.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but we used to call data is something, information which is stored.
I'll be honest, I'm starting to wonder.
Oh, what? You mean you haven't been being honest up until now? You've been coming out with a mixture of half-truths, fantasy and outright lies.
I'm going to be phoning security, sir, if you carry on with this tone.
With this tone? Look, I was in here the other day and some yobbo came in a hoodie with his trousers hanging off and he was swearing. He said, "Oh, fuck it, I just need to go do this." But, he wasn't kicked out. He seemed to know
He was
about
probably
phones.
just talking to himself, whereas you are talking to me, sir.
No, he was talking to a... Yeah, what can I say? I'm feeling quite intimidated by your Scottish anger. This
is not anger. I'm very calm, sir. You're the one who's angry, sir.
Yes, but it's the superficial calm concealing the boiling rage of a psychopath.
Right, sir. I think it's time up on this conversation for me.
Do you know what? You've just lost a customer.
Now then, I was going to talk to you about your gunslinging, Will.
Oh, yeah. Have we not already done this?
No.
I haven't got my guns.
Clarify, because I
suppose we could. If I did it quite close to the microphone, you might be able to hear it.
Explain.
Have you got any guns?
No.
You must have.
What do you mean I must have?
Everyone's got some guns.
No one's got guns.
When I say guns, obviously, I'm speaking of toy guns.
Yes.
Play guns.
Explain yourself.
I as a child.
No.
What?
It's got nothing to do with that, has it? It's after you watched Tombstone, wasn't it?
Ah, yes, but the fact that I have guns,
I see.
is due to, as a child, as a boy, I did have I was quite keen on guns.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, cowboys. Yeah. Cowboys, their guns. I had a rifle, had a toy rifle with and that did the classic thing of...
shooting a native.
Thank you, David. I was 5 or 6 and I'd asked for this rifle for Christmas, and I think I actually found it in the airing cupboard.
Oh. So you knew Santa wasn't real?
Well, no. No, there was this year that my brother and I, because I think have we done this before?
I don't know. I don't know what you're going to say, do I, you stupid cunt?
No, David, quite.
I'm not fucking psychic.
The whole Father Christmas thing.
Yeah.
It's actually I don't maybe we should put a warning.
What if there's an under 8-year-old listening to this?
Well, if there's parents who want to keep the old
if you are listening to this with your children, shame on you. Turn it off.
Well, they probably wouldn't
get CBeebies on.
The whole Father Christmas thing, it must vary a lot. It occurs to me, depending on whether you have siblings and whether or not if you're the elder or eldest. because even if you're an only child, as soon as you start going to school,
you're doomed.
Then, well, it's amazing. I think I was 5 or 6 before I don't remember a great moment of revelation.
Right.
But I do remember there was this one year when, because you see, I was a younger brother.
Sorry, I flatlined, waiting for you to finish. Go on.
But yeah, people have stories about that older brother,
My brother told me when I was about 4.
What, that there's no...
He said, there's no Father Christmas, Dave, it's Mum and Dad.
Oh,
although later on, when I was about 10 or something...
I woke up and there was Father Christmas with his sack in my room. So it was, yeah.
No, I did. I went down in the morning to find a little snooker table there, and I ran up the stairs going, culling, because we used to call each other culling all the time for some reason.
Wasn't it rather confusing?
Yeah, a bit confusing.
Didn't you know who was...
Culling,
what,
he's been.
All 4 of them?
No, I didn't call my mum and dad culling. Culling!
Yes, Culling. Culling keeps hitting me, Culling. Culling, stop hitting Culling. Is that me? Which Culling are you referring to? The one I married?
Yeah, so... Yeah, I don't know why we called each other culling, like we were in some posh boarding school.
Was it just a thing?
Culling major?
Did you call each other major and minor?
No, did we fuck? Culling.
It's the sort of thing I would have.
Weird, isn't it?
Sort of thing I would have done.
But yes, Father Christmas, and then let's get on to gunslinging, which is where we started this tale.
But when you found your mini snooker table,
yeah, you look like you're wanking someone off. But yes,
no, I don't. And so you went running up the stairs saying,
"Culling, he's been." I think I might have done it just to please my parents. In retrospect,
when you were 10,
yeah,
that'd fucking worry him, wouldn't it? They'd be thinking, "Oh dear, shit."
Lottie believed till she was about 10.
10?
Yeah.
That's pretty good going.
Yeah, not bad.
Because I mean, even if you're an only child, and
I put a lot of effort into it, mate.
And your parents, but once
used to go outside her room and shake the little sleigh bells just before she went to bed, so she felt that Father Christmas was coming. Didn't she
want to see where they were coming from? Get a glimpse of them?
Well, she did, yeah, but she couldn't because I was hidden away, doing the little sleigh bells.
And did you leave out the slice of Christmas cake or
did
pudding?
It all? Yeah.
The carrot.
Yeah.
I'm
for Rudolph.
For the reindeer.
Yeah.
Whichever wasn't.
Well, you can't leave one fucking carrot out for all the reindeer. You say Rudolph, I think.
I think we just.
This one's for Blitzen, but the rest can go fuck themselves. Gunslinging.
Now, where were we? Oh, well, we'll come back to Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Shall we do it at Christmas? That seems like a good time, rather than fucking March. Go on. No, gunslinging.
Gunslinging. Yeah, well, as a child, as a boy, come on, it was the 70s. I was quite keen on weaponry, actually. I think I had a...
Will's staring at the AK-47 again.
I had a dagger.
Oh, my God.
A toy plastic.
Yeah.
Just for fun and guns.
Yeah.
We had the old spud gun.
Oh,
which could be quite dangerous.
Lethal, yeah. Did you have cap guns?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole cowboy thing. Cowboys. Were you into cowboys?
Yeah.
Did you like westerns?
Yeah.
Did you have an outfit?
I had a bow and arrow for if I was an indie bum.
I was never. This is. I'm not proud of this. I never wanted to be an Indian, a Native American.
We did call them cowboys and Indians, to be fair. We know what we meant.
We know what we mean. Cowboys and Native Americans. But I mean, I knew the Indians were really the goodies. I remember my dad telling me that at quite an early age. Really, the Indians were the goodies. The cowboys were the baddies. There were some nice ones, but they... He didn't say it exactly like that. But even so, in the context of a film, it's John Wayne. Yeah. John Wayne, ghastly right-wing, McCarthy supporting oaf.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, it's John Wayne.
The Searchers.
Get off your milk and drink your horse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, gunslinging. Get on with it.
Isn't it? And they do look good, don't they, cowboys?
Yeah, it's a good look, isn't
it? The waistcoat. Well, maybe not the chaps.
No.
The chaps don't look good. They look like awful
shin guards.
70s two short flares in leather with the back missing.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
But it was a victory of practicality over stylishness.
Aesthetic, yes.
But they were big fans of the waistcoat, and the shield-fronted shirt, and of course the old I think they just called them neckerchiefs, didn't they?
Yeah.
Round, but sort of down, pulled down a bit with a little.
Yeah.
It looked good. It was a good.
It looked
look.
good at the time. I mean, I always feel a bit sad for people who dress like that now.
Well, I sometimes wear the.
Yeah, but you don't go out in cowboy rigging.
I don't go out with me spurs jingling and me 6 shooters.
No, but you do.
What?
You do have your 6 shooters at home, don't you?
Well, yes.
Right,
because
get to the point.
I had quite a lot of guns.
Yeah.
Cowboy guns, mainly as a child, some miniatures. Yeah. I also had the Starsky and Hutch die-cast metal pistol.
Brilliant. Get on with the gunslinging.
So I'm not...
I loaned you the film Tombstone, did I not?
Lent, I think, is the proper term. But loan is, it's acceptable by usage. Yes,
so why
Tombstone.
didn't you let me get away with it?
Well, lent, loaned.
Right.
I don't know.
I lent you the film Tombstone, starring
repulse.
Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, about the gunfight at the OK Corral.
Yeah.
Carry on.
And
pick it up from there.
Well, there's a scene in that in which I think one of the
cowboys
baddies comes up and tries to menace
Michael Biehn, I think. Yeah.
Michael Biehn. He comes in the saloon and he sort of tries to intimidate Doc Holliday, as played by
Val Kilmer. I just said his name.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
You said Eddie Bean or something.
No.
Michael Bean.
Before that, I said starring Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer. Get on.
Kurt Wrestle. Was that his wrestling name? And he was doing the Daddy Splash. that was his
Daddy Splash. I've heard that for a while.
That was his sideline.
Yeah, go on.
Kurt Russell. Kurt Wrestle.
Get on with it.
Because he thought, I'm like, you got to have some real big name like Hunk Dawson or Big Daddy or Massive Car Park or Fat Skyscraper or Enormous Slab or Death Machine or something like that. But I thought to myself, I got the name right there. Kurt Russell. It's just one little vowel change. Kurt Russell. So I have it, when my name comes up on the big electronic board as I come in, it's Kurt Russell, do a little flip with the U. The U on, you could do both, actually, because Kurt would become K-E-R-T, Kurt Russell. Kurt Wrestle, and he is wrestling tonight.
Right.
Him.
Yeah, so Michael Biehn comes and does some twat.
Wrestle. You started it.
I didn't mean to.
Mispronouncing his name.
Mispronouncing. He does some gunslinging.
Yeah, well, so that baddie comes.
And by
up
gunslinging, we mean twirling a gun round and putting it in your holster, and twirling it out and doing all sorts of shit with it, spinning it about and stuff.
No, gunslinging, I think, just means being a gunfighter.
Okay.
A user
What's
of a
that
gun.
called then?
Twirling.
It's not called
It
twirling.
Is gun twirling. I'll bet you. I'll look it up on my phone.
No, don't bother. Gun twirling.
Which everyone has now.
Go on.
There's YouTube tutorials on gun twirling. Gun twirling, like how to do.
Right, go on then.
There's one
so you saw it.
Start off holding it by the barrel.
We're not there yet. You saw Tombstone, and then what happens in the film after he's done that? Michael Biehn's done that.
Very good film. Done what?
He's done it.
Oh no, he gets his gun out, yes, and so tries to, because Doc Holliday is sitting there, not looking too clever.
No,
because he's got TB,
tuberculosis.
TB, and he's coughing when he's drunk. He's had about a bottle of whiskey, probably sweaty and almost falling asleep.
Yeah.
And Michael Biehn comes up to him, and he's trying to. I think he's trying to make him draw, isn't he? Persuade him.
He's trying to start a fight in the saloon.
Just to start a fight, but then he draws his gun, doesn't he? Which is a bit damn silly in front of Doc Holliday, because Doc could have beaten him to the draw. Probably.
He could have done, yeah.
But he's got him there, and he has his 2 quite long-barreled guns out.
Yeah.
And I think he does it with just one, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He puts one away and starts twirling.
In and out of the holster. Round to the left, to the right.
Side to the side, side to side.
Like a big girl with a baton.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Let's not trivialise feminine skills, David. Thank you. And then he was doing all this, and Doc Holliday just sort of,
watches him.
Looking
nonplussed.
elegantly wasted. Sort of.
Yeah.
And then he stands up, and one Doc Holliday gets a
mug.
flagon, a mini flagon, isn't
Yeah.
it? With a handle, and starts twirling that.
Does exactly the same.
Does the same stuff, sort of in mockery of it. It's quite good.
Yeah.
And that just, I just started. I thought, ooh, that looks fun. I'd quite like to do that. And then I thought, ooh, hang on, I've still got me guns. Yeah, so I went up and I've got this one cowboy gun. It's one of those ones with a hole in it. Yeah, and since then I have got a little bit into twirling my guns. It's to
the point that you brought them
to the pub.
To the pub.
Well, yeah,
and got out 2 guns in the middle of the pub.
It was not in the middle of the pub. There was no one else except our little group in the bar. I was very careful. If anyone had walked in, I would have explained, so not real guns, look, and sort of pretended to shoot myself or something.
So yeah, you got into gun twirling for a bit.
For a bit, yeah.
Are you still into it? Are you still doing it?
Well, sometimes when I get in, because it's quite good for because I do 2. Well, I tend to do.
Okay, 2 in the end.
I do 8 forwards, 8 back.
Right.
Then.
And can you always get the handle back into your hand?
Oh yeah. Then I do a bit of tossing them up in the air.
Oh my, that's dangerous. No one's going to do that. Surely, could go off.
Of course, no, not if you know what you're doing.
It's just a general anxiety dream, isn't it?
General anxiety dream.
We all have them, mate. It's the performer's nightmare, isn't it?
I have that one. I'm always having that one.
Yeah.
But it used to be always about a certain Harold Pinter play.
Oh, right. Mine's normally Othello, I think. I'm going on as Iago. And I don't know any of the lines.
Well.
Other than, I like not that. And that's the only one I know. I can't keep saying that over and over again.
You could get through the whole play.
I like not that.
The audience might think it was a very... Well, they do anything with it now, don't they?
Yeah.
I like not that. I feel you have to keep on saying that because you're trying to counteract all the microaggressions from centuries of minstrelling.
Could you be Fiona Shaw and I'm playing Iago? Go.
Fiona Shaw's playing Othello.
Yeah. But she's also directing.
Okay, now, what you have to remember, Iago, he's not just this figure who's full of hate.
Right.
Of course he's full of hate.
Yeah.
But it's not a hate that he enjoys. It's a hate born out of love. Because the opposite of hate, that's okay, you can laugh. It's good for you to laugh.
Yeah.
It's good for you to be able to relax in this
Fiona.
way. But now
Miss Shaw, sorry.
Don't call me Fee. But now you just listen to me and stop looking all shifty-eyed and tensing your mouth.
Sorry, Fee.
Because you're obviously trying not to laugh. Hate is not the opposite of love.
Right.
No, actually, I'm wrong. Hate is the opposite of love.
Yeah.
The opposite of love is not hatred. It is indifference.
Uh-huh.
So that's why Iago doesn't care. Remember, this is an age of belief. He believes he's going to hell.
Right.
How can he possibly not go to hell?
Right, yeah.
At the end of this. So when you have love and hate and indifference crystallized into one, you get this fusion.
Yeah.
The tension between all these three, because they're not just pulling in opposite directions.
No.
They're pulling in opposite directions. They're pulling in the same directions. They're pulling across the directions.
Right.
That
makes sense.
They're almost trying to pull you in different dimensions.
Right. Gosh.
And in this speech,
when I'm saying I like not that, am I saying what could I do I'll do it for you? Is that all right?
These are very short words.
Yeah.
You have to know this is Shakespeare.
Yeah.
But Shakespeare doesn't just use the big words and all the all the people sometimes think that. But they don't. These are very short words.
I'll give you
like.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
I.
Yeah.
That. Pierce.
When does he say pierce? I've not learned that line.
I don't know. But that one's 2 syllables.
No,
it's still very short.
It's 1 syllable.
Pierce. Pierce. P is 1 syllable. Erse is 1 syllable.
Okay. Shall I do...
Pierce is 2 syllables.
Shall I do my line? So I've just seen Othello going off with Desdemona.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I like not that.
Okay, now that is interesting.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of people, when they play Iago,
Yeah.
when they play Iago, they think he's this sort of, twinkling, winking at the audience
Is he
kind of
not?
villain.
No.
He's taking us into his consideration. It's not because he's indifferent to what he does.
No.
It's not because it gives him pleasure to cause Othello pain.
No.
It gives him, he loves Othello. He loves Desdemona.
Does he?
What he... He loves Othello.
Right.
He loves Desdemona.
Okay.
And he can't have either of them.
Oh, he's attracted to both of them, do you mean?
Exactly. What he basically wants is a big old... He loves both of them.
Yeah.
He loves both of them.
Right.
What he wants is basically... He wants to have them both. Basically, he wants to be Alphonse in the middle.
What's that?
I'm sure you know the old joke.
No.
About the Englishman in France. He's very Puritan and uptight, and he looks down into the courtyard of this fancy hotel, and there are three men there having a daisy chain. One's there. They are standing. The front one up against the wall.
Yeah.
The three of them got their trousers and pants down around their ankles.
Yeah.
One is shagging the one in front, and he's shagging the one in front of him.
Yeah.
And this, uptight Englishman calls the waiter over. He says, "Waiter, look, what's going on down there?" And the waiter looks down, and a wry smile comes over his face, and he just says, "Lucky old Alphonse in the middle again."
Ah, okay.
So
He wants that.
Iago wants to be Alphonse in the middle. I don't know, maybe it might be strap-on action that he's after.
So when he says, "I like not that," what's kind of the subtext there? He doesn't like the relationship between the two of them.
It's not just subtext.
Right.
It's surtext.
Okay.
Subtext.
Yeah.
It's all around text. It's ambient
Circumtext.
text. Circumtext. Yes. We have to circumtextualize.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with that in mind,
I think Iago is circumtextualized, to be honest.
with that in mind, we're going to tie you up. And Claire, if you could just put that on. Yes, just put it. It just ties on like a belt. There you are. Fasten it at the front. You can adjust it. You can adjust it. Yes, that bit. That's right. That bit goes between your legs.
Right.
That's right.
Got it. What is she going to do with that? Claire, what are you doing?
Well, first of all, I'm going to get her to hop around the room.
Oh, okay.
Several times.
Yeah.
And you're going to hop in the other direction.
Right. Why? To show that I'm not liking
Just do it.
it.
Don't think about why.
Oh, okay.
That's one of those very small words that are so important. Why? How? Now? Me? I? Sex? All right?
Yes. Okay.
And
do I say my "I like not that" as I hop?
Say it whenever you feel like it.
Okay.
And Claire.
Should I stop? I'm hopping.
No. Can you
Oh, do you want me to come back?
Can you stop pounding on the floor like that?
Oh, sorry.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
Claire, if every time he says, I like not that, I'd like you to say, tickle my shrimp.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Hop, hop, hoppity hop.
I like not that. Tickle my shrimp. I'm not quite sure what I'm achieving here, Fiona. Fee. I like not that. Tickle my shrimp.
Carry on, come on. You've got to get into the rhythm of it.
Right. Okay.
This will take at least 5 minutes.
Fucking hell. I haven't got 5 minutes to do that.
Then I'm afraid you haven't got.
Do I not?
I'm afraid you haven't got 5 minutes.
I don't get the
To be an
part.
Othello. Get the next ones in, please. Get them out. Send for my aromatherapist.
Limericks. I thought we'd try and make some up
Oh, what?
and fail. I thought that'd be.
Oh, what and do and
Yeah, do a line
try
each.
and get
Yeah.
each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. It's very well suited to the humorous form when
Yeah.
it says that, that diddly diddly dum.
Well, let's prove that wrong.
Well, diddly, if you'll just let me finish. Diddly diddly dum.
To diddly diddly dum.
If you'll just let me finish. Diddly diddly dum. Diddly diddly dum. Diddly dee, diddly dee, diddly diddly dum.
Yeah.
It has very satisfying impact, that final line.
So, shall we try, Will, and come up with some spontaneous lyrics?
Well,
Limericks.
So someone comes up.
You do the first line, I'll do the second.
We
You do the
toss
third,
them-
fourth, fifth. Boom. Okay, we'll try. And
Okay.
these, and just prove that these are not funny and be quite hard to write.
Yep, and I think
Should we
that's
start with our own names?
a lesson that can't be learned too often. Well, I'm starting, am I?
Yeah, should we start with our own names?
Yeah, they're both fairly
Not
easy,
too bad,
aren't they?
are they?
Okay. There once was a fellow called Will,
Who swallowed a Viagra pill?
and to his dismay,
His bollocks went grey.
and his eternal erection throbs still.
Very good, Will. There you go. That was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was a young fella called Dave. Notice I'm calling myself young here.
Yes,
slight trading standards issue there. But
younger than me, anyway.
yeah. There once was a fella called Dave.
A fair maiden he set out to deprave.
Ooh. He pulled out his thing.
And then started to sing.
A refrain from Cole Porter's "Let's Misbehave" doesn't quite scan, but it'll work.
My line didn't quite scan. Let's just do that one again.
Okay.
Right.
There was a young fella called Dave.
A young lady he sought to deprave,
Right. He pulled out his cock.
but got quite a shock. When she calmly commenced then to shave. I thought he took out his thing,
Okay, he took out his thing.
then she started to sing.
An old song name of "Let's Misbehave." There you go.
Yeah.
It'll do, won't it?
Only a little anticlimactic.
Only a little
But
anticlimactic.
I'm used to that.
Right, go on then. We'll try and make an absolutely
Right.
disgusting one. Go on.
One day, while walking in Derby,
I met a young man, surnamed Larby. Will's just trying not to spit out his tea.
he tapped on the bonnet.
Said, "Do you want to get on it?"
And how would a trip in my car be?
Very good.
No, it should be. Then how would a trip in my car be?
Oh, I see. They're going to get on it, then go for a trip in the car.
That's quite nice. It was
It's a
it
bit
was
too wholesome for me, but yeah.
It's just a nice about a gay pickup one day in Derby. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's not at all. It happens all the time.
Not to me.
Right.
The annoying fact about phones.
Is that dogs can mistake them for bones.
And when Rover drools,
He makes us all fools. What?
by burying it beneath heaps of stones. It rhymes.
Inspiring, yes. Why did you get the giggles about that? Just because it was shit.
It was like shit. And if you're using neef.
Yes, neath.
Just to make the syllable count.
Yeah, it's a short step from using the word neath to saying I when you mean ever, isn't it?
For I.
For I.
For I, forever.
Yeah. There was a young fella called Wallocks.
Who was asked to describe Jackson Pollock's.
He said it's like spray.
Of my jizz every day.
When I come on my boyfriend's big bollocks.
Sexuality can be a bind.
It's my turn. Shut your face.
Get on with it then.
Sexuality can be a bind. It's my turn.
Come on then.
As my dear old friend William will find.
When he pays 80 quid.
But then finds he's forbid. That doesn't make sense.
Finds he's forbid.
Sexuality can be a bind, as my dear old friend William will find. When he pays 80 quid, but then finds it's forbid.
To make phone calls when doing it from behind. A little crowded there. When he finds...
To make calls when he's fucked from behind, surely.
To make calls when he's fucked from behind, yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Come on, 2 more. This is exercising the old grey cells, isn't it? There once was a fellow called Joe.
Who had many strings to his bow.
He could... he could swim... No, he could bowl and could swim.
But it could be quite grim when you saw what he did with his hoe.
Nice. I was going to say when he used his own faeces as dough.
Not bad.
Your turn.
Lord Byron was a naughty old boy.
On his bear, he once used a sex toy.
The bear did consent.
But knew not what he meant.
Though it ne'er stopped him crying for joy.
Oh, very good. Love it. I love Byron dildoing his bear.
He did have a bear.
Yeah, I know he did. That's why I mentioned the bear.
Oh,
Took it to
right.
university with him, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I thought it might have been a...
No, darling.
No.
I do know things about things, you know.
Bit of things about things.
Yeah.
Ooh, you might even come to know things about things about things.
Yeah, you never know.
You get quite meta. No, I was some great limericks by...
And those were not them. Our guest is here, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, Bliss. She is here. Well...
You wanted to talk to me before she came in?
No, I just...
No, you said you were going to say something to me.
Well, to you. Just
Go
before
on.
she wasn't too happy with...
Well, I wasn't too happy with her.
With the way that she was represented.
She represented herself that way.
Yeah, but the way it was edited.
No, it didn't make any difference.
Well, okay, I'll just go and get her and
All right.
leave you guys to it.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, see you in a bit, wait. Hello, Bliss, how are you?
Hi.
Okay, you already seem slightly miffed. You okay?
Miffed?
Yeah. Sorry, annoyed.
I know. Yeah, that's. I'm getting up on my English talk. You know, I'm having to learn it from Ian. He's kind of educating me. We're educating each other in our respective vernaculars.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
On your show again.
Yeah, it's okay.
Why did you reach out then?
I was just pointing the microphone more towards your mouth so our listeners could hear you better.
Right. So it's just the way, suddenly there's a hand come toward me.
It was about a metre away from you.
Yeah, well, if you could just let me know if you're going to do something like that again.
Now you're hard work. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm a dwerk. Dwerk? I don't know this one. What is it like? Is it like dweeb?
No. Means a wonderful person. Right, carry on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, thanks for having me on again. I've got to say, I was not happy with the way, when I listened to the recording afterwards, I thought, basically, I felt, I mean, for a start, where do you get off laughing at me, not knowing the difference between Tommy Lee and whatever his name is and Tommy Lee Jones? I'm like, thinking about it afterwards, I was like, where did this guy get off? I mean, how the hell...
It was quite an amusing misunderstanding.
How the hell am I supposed to know...
Well, you do research on the topic you're meant to be talking about, don't you?
Will you let me Already you're doing this. You're invading.
You asked me a question.
But you spoke over me.
Okay, sorry.
You tried to cover me. You know what that means when we're talking about horses, right?
No.
Don't try to cover me.
What does it mean when we're talking about horses?
It means having sex. When the stallion covers the mare.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to have sex with you.
You were talking over me.
Oh.
You were covering me. Okay. And as for the other thing, dream buddy, because that's as close as you're going to get. You know, who are these guys? I mean, I wasn't even born.
You don't need to be... Sorry.
Well, okay, I was born when I was...
Okay.
I don't think I was even born when they made their goddamn sex tape.
Okay.
As for Tommy Lee Jones...
Can I just interject briefly?
Yeah, you can penetrate.
Have you heard of the Beatles?
I have heard of the Beatles.
Were you born when they were around or split up?
Obviously not.
Have you heard of Napoleon Bonaparte?
What is your point?
My point is you don't have to have been around to have heard of something.
Yeah, but when we're talking about
silly argument, isn't it?
We're talking. Yeah. Okay. I'd never heard of a lot of people. A lot of my friends had never heard of this guy. Tommy Lee and Pammy.
You brought him up.
It was Baywatch. It was the 90s, for God's sake.
You brought him up.
It's like if I talk to you about some goddamn TV show of the early 60s, you're not going to know about it unless it's some like real famous ass kind of show. Like I Love Lucy.
I wouldn't come onto your podcast to talk about a quiz show or whatever from the early 60s that I didn't know the name of or hadn't researched in any way.
You're just going way off topic. The point is, you know what I felt? I thought, okay, calm down, boomer. This is not my generation.
Okay.
Why do you want, you want me to know, Tommy Lee, and there's Tommy Lee Jones. And so, Tommy Lee Jones, he was in like a really old movie called The Fugitive, The Runaway or something.
The Fugitive.
He's been in other stuff. He was with...
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Men in Black.
Yeah, okay, you've made your point already. I just thought it was totally... The way you were coming at me, laughing at me for not knowing that Tommy Lee isn't the same Tommy Lee Jones, Pamela Anderson.
Well, I'm sorry you felt that way.
Yeah, well...
But perhaps next time you want to talk about something,
but I think
research it before you speak.
I've done some research, actually.
Okay, what are we talking about this week then?
Well, I haven't actually watched the whole...
Fucking hell.
I haven't actually watched the whole show yet. But the Tommy Lee... Tommy and Pammy.
Yeah. Are we talking about this again?
Yes.
Oh, Christ.
You seem to be trying to when you were editing, when you were cutting what I said.
I barely cut a word.
You were like you made me sound frankly like a bit of an asshole who didn't know what she was talking about.
It didn't take much.
And then you're doing it again.
Well,
you're trying to undermine me.
You're trying to blame me for something that's your fault and your problem. You didn't research the topic you wanted to talk about. You came in and talked about it without knowing what you were talking about. You made yourself look like an asshole. Nothing to do with me.
You know what I just flicked you with?
What?
A drop of Emily Davidson's blood. They would hear the laughter of the male boot crashing down. The male boot, the horse's hoof.
Yeah.
Of the horse which...
That crushed Emily Davidson. The suffragette.
That's what I'm metaphorically flicking you with.
Okay.
Because that's so...
All right. Well,
what you're doing
Shall we
now.
try and park that this week, as you Americans say? Let's park it.
Okay, let's park it.
And we'll move on. Sorry, Tommy and Pammy.
Yeah, sure, Tommy and Pammy. Now, I haven't actually watched it yet.
Why are we talking about it?
Because it looks kind of slow. Because it's important.
Well, it can't be that important. You haven't watched it.
Hey, Boomer, it's important to me. It's important to my generation. Did you ever watch the show Girls?
No.
I thought not. Pammy and Tommy, there's a scene in it, apparently, late on, where Tommy's penis talks.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that, yeah.
So you've heard about that, right?
Yeah.
The talking penis.
Yeah.
Now...
I'm looking at one.
Obviously, it's done with... obviously it's done with prosthetics, and I
Yeah.
thought so. I mean, I guess in a way, one part of me feels like, yeah, that's quite funny, that's quite witty. He talks with his dick, he thinks with his dick, he emotes with his dick,
Yeah.
and but the other part of me thinks, no, this is not the joke. This is like Hitler joking about being a really bad guy. It's trying to deflect everything with a joke. Why do we have Tommy's dick talking? Even if he's talking shit, which I'm sure he is.
I doubt that.
But if he's still talking, his dick. More words come out of Tommy's dick in this show than come out of Pammy's mouth.
Oh, really? Is that a fact, or have you made that up?
Well, ask yourself.
Well, no, I'm asking you.
Ask yourself, does Pammy's vulva talk?
No, because one assumes her character trait isn't to be led by that particular part of her body.
Well, even if it was, I mean, okay.
Do you know for a fact that his penis speaks more in the show than she speaks? Or have you made that fact up?
No, I'm saying more words come out of Tommy's dick than come out of Pammy's vulva.
What's your point, anyway? I'm sort of a bit lost on your point.
It takes a lot to drown out the noise of millennia of talking dicks. And that is what I am here to do. Now, say they wanted Pammy's vulva to talk.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But, of course, that's hollow. It's a hole.
Would you have been happier had her vulva come on screen and started yapping away?
It's a paradox, David. It's a paradox that I call the paradox of the talking clitoris. You don't have to have a mouth. Okay, you may say, why not? I say...
So just
I'm glad,
so you know
I'm
that
glad
Bliss,
you're funny.
Bliss seems to have a sock puppet on her hand.
It's a sock puppet. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a sock of color.
It's a black sock, yeah.
It's a black sock.
Yeah.
And you know what? It doesn't have any holes in it. I'm not saying I don't have any socks that have
We don't
have
care
holes
about
in
your
them.
socks. What's your point? Why have you brought Socky along?
Because I want to show that a talking clitoris could be just as effective.
This is great radio.
It could be just as effective.
Go on.
I'm just saying, Saki is helping me to say that that the talking clitoris does not have to be a paradox.
No. Who said it did?
Well, this is the subject of my paper, The Paradox of the Talking Clitoris.
Fucking hell, I can't wait to read it.
So
I'm really lost onto what your point is.
why is it okay to have a talking penis and not a talking clitoris?
Because the character that they're trying to embody, I mean, and this is true of any work of art, isn't it? I mean, it's made by an artist for a start.
You haven't
It's
even
got nothing
seen
to do with you. To do with you.
You haven't even seen the show.
It's not. Art isn't open to democratic referenda, is it? It's just whatever the artist, the person who made it, wanted to say. And clearly, in his case, perhaps they wanted to embody his penis as a talking entity, because he's more led by his penis than she is by her private parts. So her private parts didn't need to talk. It's a commentary on him, really, being shallow or over-sexualized, isn't it? It's a diss to him, really, if it's anything.
Do you know what I care about? Consent.
Right. What's the point?
And you're just, what's the point of consent?
No, not what's the point of consent. What's your point? What's that got to do with what I just said?
I think you've just said it all.
What has that got to do with what I just said?
I'm starting to feel uncomfortable now.
Fuck it! Of course you are, because you've got to actually have an argument with someone.
Anyway, it's real nice to talk to you again, David.
I wish I could say the same.
I hope. Goodbye.
Goodbye. You're right, Will.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was just having a crafty snout out the back.
Well, I don't know that it went any better, Will. I'll be honest.
No, she wasn't looking too happy as she came out.
She's very difficult to reason with.
She's very passionate.
About all the wrong things that don't matter.
Oh, they matter to her.
Well, that don't mean they do matter.
No, but she's a person.
Just, yes.
Yeah. Well, and she and Ian seem to be getting on.
Yeah? They're still going strong, are they?
I'm not sure.
I've not heard from him for a bit.
Have
you had a call from him at all?
They're a bit like a pair of vampires.
Should we try and get him on the blower?
Who feed each other.
Should we try and call him now?
Could do, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Hang on. Get the phone. I'll put an effect on your voice. Ian, is that you?
Hi, yeah.
I've forgotten what he sounded like. Hello, Ian. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
It's good, yeah. It's, is Bliss there?
She's just left, Ian.
Right.
We had a little chat about Pammy and Tommy. I don't think it went much better than it did last week, to be honest.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
She's sort of a funny one, isn't she?
Isn't it weird? I just can't get my head around the whole clitoris thing.
Your voice is so boring that people probably wouldn't listen anyway.
I know I've been told I ought to join the Samaritans.
What, to entice more people to kill themselves?
No, that's a bit tasteless, Dave. No, it was really to... somebody just said they... I don't know, or did they say I should call the Samaritans? I remember as they sort of stumbled off, they mumbled something about the Samaritans. Anyway, it got me thinking, because I'm sure I could talk most people out of suicide.
Right, let's do it. Ready? I'm on a bridge.
What?
I'm going to do it. I've just had enough. She's left me. I can't go on.
What, like a role play?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, okay. Okay, how you doing?
What the fuck do you think I'm doing? Everything's gone wrong. She's gone. I can't go on anymore. Life's just so pointless.
Yeah, but look at it this way. You're not dead.
No, not fucking yet, but I will be in a minute, won't I? And then it'll all be over. All the pain, all the misery, torture.
Well, but, if you thought there might be an afterlife...
I don't fucking care right now. I'm in too much pain. Who the fuck are you anyway?
Well, I mean, look, the pains of hell are fucking eternal.
Why are you talking to me about that?
Well, yeah, so you might, at least what you're feeling now won't last. But if you jump off, it might all be true. I mean, it's an outside chance. I'm an atheist myself. But
who the fuck are you anyway?
my name's Ian. Well,
what the fuck are you doing?
What's your name? You see, you have to create a bond with them. What's your name?
Karen.
Karen?
Yeah.
Karen. Hi, Karen. Karen, what kind of music do you like?
Who fucking cares?
Oh, don't you like music?
I love music, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you are.
I don't... What fucking was the fucking point? I listen to fucking music now. She's gone.
What sort of films do you like watching?
The woman I love is lovely.
The woman you love?
Yeah.
Oh, you're... That's fine. That's cool. Oh, is that why? Is it because... I mean, obviously, you've been oppressed. You okay?
Yes.
You seem to...
Fucking... Right, I'm jumping now.
No, don't do that.
Why not? Where's Susie?
Susie who?
My fucking girlfriend, Susie.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get her for me.
I've always wanted to... Have you got a number?
Yeah, here it is.
I've always wanted to ask someone this. God, I feel really embarrassed, actually. What do you lesbians actually do in bed? Well, at least she landed in the river.
Oh, well, you did your best.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it hadn't been for me...
She would have jumped 3 minutes earlier.
In those 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Those 3 minutes.
Why did you ask her about what lesbians get up to?
Well, I thought I'd formed a bond with her. That's what you have to do. Somebody's suicidal. Someone's desperate. You have to. No.
Just thinking about yourself.
No, she might. I was distracting her to give her. The anger might have been good for her. She might have said, "I am not going to die with some sleazy asshole guy's come on." ringing in my ears. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind.
Didn't work though, did it? Right. Well, see you soon. Nice talking to you.
Yeah. Okay. What do lesbians actually do together? Or should I just look it up on the internet? Well, I would, you see, but it's just Bliss. She does. She does.
Checks.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just, you know.
I'll edit this out so Bliss doesn't hear this.
Yeah, that'd be cool actually, because we have had disagreements about this. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to get. She's knitting a clitoris.
Right. Well, lovely to talk to you, Ian. See you soon.
See ya.
Right. Well, that was worth doing, wasn't it?
Yes. Oh, I don't know.
Right. Shall we? Right. Fare thee well, one and all.
Very well.
We'll say into the microphone, you dick.